Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Tech Booth. Today we're going to be looking at 6 ways to use your Zoom H6. So I got my Zoom H6 in this box. In the box, all you get is the Zoom H6. You also get this removable mic capsule. You get a cable, a USB cable for it, and that's about it. If you are thinking of buying your own, make sure you buy the kit that includes the carry case, because I'll show you on my Zoom H4n that I upgraded from. These are quite sensitive, and if your H6n drops, it can damage your capsules. And it's called the Zoom H6 because it has 6 inputs, so you can record 6 separate tracks. At the front you also have a line out, so you can send whatever is coming through your Zoom to some other place for recording, or as an input to a mixer or something like that. And then on the sides you can monitor. There's a monitor jack right here, and the volume controls, and an on and off button. And then you also have your SD card on the sides. And when you switch it on, the nice thing about it is you also have colored level meters for each of the inputs, so you can see exactly what's happening with your audio when it's coming into the Zoom. So now that you know some of the features, let's move on to how you can use it in different situations. The first way you can use this is as a simple handheld recording device. So you can just hold it, put it on a tripod, and you just speak into it. You have these buttons on the front that correspond to the different inputs. So if you're using it as a handheld recorder, you just press the left, right, they are linked, and you can just speak into it, and you can set your level. If I'm going to be speaking into it, I cannot see the levels, so you might need someone to help you to look at the levels and to set the levels before you use it. But if you are using it like reporters do, you are covering an event and you are just pointing it at whoever is talking, you can see your levels quite well, and you can adjust, and that's fine. One thing I would recommend, like I said, this box did not come with a windscreen, it just comes like this. So you need to invest in something like this. This is something I bought for my Zoom H4n, and it's called a dead cat. And all you do is you put it over the capsules, and it helps you to get rid of the pops and hisses and also any wind sound that you might have. So you need to invest in something like this, and it also kind of protects your capsules from dust and other issues. The second way you can use your Zoom is as a glorified microphone. Connect your line out to your mixer, and that's it. You're getting a signal from the Zoom passing through into your mixer, and it's working like a microphone, and you don't even have to be recording anything on your SD card. So that's the number 2, glorified microphone, even though not many people probably use it that way, but yeah, it's possible. The third way you can use your Zoom is more complicated, and that is as an audio interface in combination with audio recording software on your computer. And all you need to do is to connect using the cable that comes with the Zoom. The other end goes to your computer, and you can set it up in your computer so that you can record multiple tracks in your audio workstation when you're recording music, or maybe you're doing a podcast or you're doing interviews and you're recording your interviews or whatever you're doing straight into your computer using programs like Pro Tools or Cubase. In fact, this package comes with a license for Cubase and Wavelabs, and these are all audio recording software packages that you can use with Zoom on your computer. You can use it to record music, you can use it to record multiple interviews on your computer. So number 3, audio interface, and this can be a multi-track audio interface. So when you connect it to your computer, you'll see 6 tracks where you can actually record your audio, or you can use it as a stereo 2-track audio recorder in your computer. Just it depends how you set it up. The 4th way you can use your Zoom recorder is as a standalone multi-track recorder. Remember I talked about number 3, an audio interface where you're recording your multiple tracks into your computer, but this is actually a standalone multi-track recorder. So you can connect multiple instruments into this recorder and record up to 6 tracks at a time. And if you are recording 6 tracks into here, it also has the capacity to do overdubs. What are overdubs? Those who do music know what this is, but basically you can record a track and then go back and listen to what you recorded as you play along, and you record another track on top of that, and you continue doing that until you have all your 6 tracks done. And so this is like a little portable audio studio, and you can quite easily record demo tracks onto here. So if you're going to use your audio recorder as a standalone multi-track recorder or as an audio interface, make sure you invest in some good monitoring headphones. If you can't afford these types of headphones, you can still use your earphones, but they won't do such a good job. Invest in good headphones and you can use this as almost a portable recording studio. The 5th way you can use your Zoom is with your DSLR camera, and you can get all sorts of different connections that you can use with hot shoe attachments, and you can mount it onto your... I have this attached and I can attach it to my camera like that. You have your Zoom connected to your camera, and you have your 6 inputs. So you can have an interview and connect up to 4 mics on your XLRs. And in fact, remember I told you this mic capsule is removable. One of the things you can buy separately is a capsule that adds 2 more XLR inputs. So you can actually have 6 microphones connected to this and record your interviews directly onto your camera as you are shooting, let's say, an interview, but you are also having separate tracks recorded on your Zoom. So if at some point you find that the mix that you have on your camera that you recorded is not that good, you can always go back to the individual tracks and mix them separately, and that makes a very versatile, very useful feature to your DSLR camera. The 6th way that you can use your Zoom is if you do any kind of event videography, like weddings, for example. You can actually use this to get good audio from the mixer, and you're able to move around with your camera without worrying about the audio that you're getting. So basically what you do is you connect with the sound guy, and you make sure, remember I told you there's a line in on this capsule, so you can get a signal directly from the mixer into your line in on the capsule, and you record very clean audio from the mixer without being tethered to the mixer, or without having a lot of cables going to your camera. You can move around with it. But the one thing you have to remember is you never know what kind of out you're going to be able to get from the mixer board. you have to invest in all sorts of cables. So this is one I use quite a lot because some mixers can only give you RCA out, and on the other end I have the line or instrument connection. So I use this cable quite a lot on some mixers where you cannot get some output. So invest in a lot of different cables and adapters so that when you get to the event, you're able to connect your Zoom to the mixer and get very good clean audio. If you cannot get that connection, sometimes sound guys will not want you to connect to their boards. The next best thing you can do is invest in something like this shotgun mic. You connect your XLR and you just point it at one of the speakers, and you can get quite good audio because you're close to the speaker, and you just leave your Zoom just next to that speaker and record. So those are 6 ways that you can use this Zoom recorder in your video production or audio production sessions. But I have one more bonus way that you can use this. Say you want to use your phone for vlogging and you're just walking around somewhere and you want to use your phone for vlogging. One way to get clean audio out of this is to have your earphones that have a microphone connection, and you stick that in there. You're able to monitor and also speak and record clean audio, but that kind of limits you because these are connected, so there's a limit to what you can do. Well, what if you can disconnect that and just use your phone as your video camera, and then you get a lav mic, you connect it to the line in, and you make sure that you get a lav that has a long enough cable, and you just stick your Zoom recorder in your pocket and you record your audio onto the Zoom. You are free to move around with your camera without any cables. If you need to monitor, it's advisable that you monitor. You can connect your headphones to the headphone jack and just wear that and put this in your pocket, and you are separated. You have separated cables from your phone, and you're able to record, and then you can sync the audio later in post-production. 6 ways plus 1. See you next time on Tech Booth.